Resume program Coriander Society Adventures. User Ninjaman Matt online. User Pods of War online. Admin Tormented by Gnomes online. Commence program.
Welcome back, everybody. In the last 90 minutes, we've gone through 3 different universes, so this overlay no longer applies, and I don't have it set up to quickly be able to swap between them, which I may have to do as this story goes on and you folks it's easier and easier for you to dimension swap, but that's neither here nor there. When last we left our heroes, they'd returned to the world of Yord, to the city of Northport, where it all began, with the Elven King Indogalad and his guards and a void dragon in tow. And our heroes set forth into the city with his elven guards and his companion Charlie, who's finally returned to the team, to go get themselves a pickle dog, one of the fine cuisines of Northport. There's a little cart down the street that carries them, or so I've been told. I miss anything?
Pickle dog. Nope.
I mean, let's be honest. It's less fine cuisine and more so just, fun, like street fare.
Yeah, that's more accurate. All right, well, I can clean up this huge group of like police officers and Northport agents and
yes.
And John's not prone anymore. He hasn't been captured anymore. Well, you're not involuntarily prone anymore. All right, it's purely on demand.
Yes.
All right, but and where's the character pin? I seem to have lost it. Whatever. Our heroes.
Oh no, our jeweled character pin. It was so beautiful.
Yeah, it just got complicated. There's so many different characters. You know what I mean?
It's true.
All right. So you head down the street and you've definitely got time. The funeral is going to be in the afternoon. It's morning. Plenty of time to get a pickle dog.
Nice. And we also need to go in the morning. Here,
the garment district, right?
Pick up.
That's right. So, then we should be right nearby. Mm-hmm. Then,
yeah, you should be in the right neighborhood for sure. To be sure. All right. So, are you doing anything with Indogalad and friends aside from grabbing a pickle dog?
I don't think that the guards are going to allow us to do much more than that. I seriously want to take Indogalad on like just a spree around. I want Indogalad to meet Asena's maybe brother and have both Philip and Indogalad look like absolute G's going around town, like competing for who's the ritziest of the richest. But that'll
definitely happen at the gala. But you're gonna have to specifically invite when there's no extra dimensional threats to combat. You're gonna need to be like, let's go hit the town.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. They secure a pickle. How do you pay for the pickle dog? Do you have some Northport cash? Do you have anything that wasn't in the briefcase?
John does have some stuff that was on the briefcase. Well, first of all, John has a love score of 14 when he's in Northport.
That's right.
So he's got a lot of credit he can use.
Yeah.
But John does have some credits and some cash on him as well.
Okay, great. Well, they don't take Republic credits. They're no good here. All right.
How about Northport cash?
That's enough. Easily, you can afford some pickle dogs. You buy them for the entire group. Your enormous freaking dog is getting some looks. What kind of dog is the illusion, by the way?
I feel like John has a pretty decent idea of what Asena would like. What kind of dog would you have liked, Asena?
I feel like you're going to be upset when I say what dog I want.
Is it a giant chihuahua?
No.
Oh, then I'm not going to be upset. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. I want to be one of those big, fluffy white ones from like Japan or...
I know the exact dog you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yes, I do.
Can you drop it in chat so I know what you're talking about?
Yes, I will.
Because I always think Shiba Inu whenever I hear about dogs from Japan.
Hold on.
I'm looking up Japanese fluffy white dog.
Oh no. I know the exact dog. I know the exact dog. Hold on. It's this dog.
Spitz?
What was that?
A Spitz.
Sure.
That's a that's a drawing of one. Where'd
you drop this thing, mate?
Wait, no, these are
in
little.
Twitch chat.
Oh, I see it. Oh, you're talking that's the sad dog.
That's why I was like, oh, I know that dog.
Maybe they're Australian because that one's little. Oh,
This
thank you.
this one's pretty big. Anyways, a dog that looks like that but ginormous is what I'm thinking, right?
Yeah.
Does it look like a
They're
Pomeranian?
pretty big. No,
Oh, it's big. Oh, okay.
no, they're big.
Samoyed?
Samoyed.
Got it. Samoyed.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Those are big floofers.
That is the one I found. Okay, yeah. Okay, cool.
All right, cool. Cool.
Nice. Which is funny because I was gonna say a foo dog. So this is perfect. It's
They're
really
not
in that same
Japanese at
category.
all.
What?
Samoyeds aren't? Unlucky.
No, they're from Siberia.
Mm-hmm. Duh.
The funny thing is, I put in Japanese white fluff dog, and it came up with a Samoyed. That's so hilarious.
We are not from Siberia. We come from the depths of the gullet of the tasty pickle.
Crunch, crunch, crunch. All right. The guards are all kind of disgusted by the pickle dog. They each take one bite and then pass it over to their friend who, like, I think some of them have prestidigitation, and so they just like magic it away. But
Oh my god.
King Indogalad is fascinated.
I thought when you said they were disgusted by the pickle dog, it meant the dog that was eating a bunch of pickle dogs. Like
I turned
they were
myself
like,
into a pickle. I'm a pickle dog.
Pickle Rick.
oh,
No,
goody.
not the dog eating pickles. The pickle dogs that the dog is eating.
Understandable.
The pickle dog specifically for the dog that's eating pickles. The pickle dogs.
He's a pickle cannibal.
Cusco's poison. All right.
The Dargon is terrified, for it does not know if it is made of flesh or if flesh around it is
The
made of
gingerbread
pickle.
man. Mm.
Yes.
But yeah, the elven bodyguards are utterly disgusted. Indogalad is fascinated, and he does get one for his daughter.
Yay. And Mirith.
Oh, yes, of course. And you can tell he's like, again,
And Medwithin.
Indogalad looks at you for a moment,
And Boga.
snaps his fingers at his guards, who will hold back shudders as they grab additional pickle dogs from the salesman.
They're souvenirs.
Oh, and you might as well get one for Zuniel. That way she won't feel left out and try to kill you for being spiteful.
She would never, says the king. The guards, meanwhile, look at each other. Indogalad sort of takes a deep breath of the smog-ridden and the fog rolling in off the bay, the smell of salt water, which is not something they have on Perianth, just all the noises, just drinking it in, the filthy streets, the sound of cars going by. Your Highness, we must return to the court before they... Indogalad stops, tilts his head. I have assured them that we are not in peril. But I have not excused myself from my duties, fair John and Asena. I fear I must return. But this is just a taste of this city. I would definitely drink deeper of its delights.
And I'd be happy to escort you, Your Majesty. Thank you again. John will cross his arms and bow low.
Mm-hmm.
As always, thank you for your friendship. Thank you for your assistance. And be well, my friend.
Until the next time you grace our court. And then he and his group are going to go ahead and depart, pickle dogs in tow, to go cast teleportation circle to phone home.
Oh, right. They can just teleportation circle back. I always forget. That's such an easy way to do that.
It's a much easier way to do that. Nobody gets 2 level 7 spell slots.
Yep. That's why I was always worried. Like, well, they're going to be here a day anyway. But no, you're right. That's
They got
Definitely
plans
not.
within plans within plans. All right.
By the way, is this Glaucius?
What?
The pickle dog salesman?
No, I thought Glaucius worked elsewhere in the city, not down here.
Oh.
I think he has different territory.
Unfortunate. I didn't know if there would be just one pickle dog salesman that just happens to
Dude, he's
be
got
everywhere all at once.
legs on that guy. Now, he's part of the pickle dog mafia. There was a big fight the other day, a stabbing over who got to work their cart on a particularly expensive corner. Do not mess with the pickle dog mafia. All right, where's your next port of call?
The tailor shop.
Yeah, the tailor.
Oh, we did a whole scene and I don't remember it very well.
I don't either.
Ooh, okay. So I was looking for his name, but I remember quite a bit of it. Do you want me to recall what I do remember? So we had a gentleman who I can't remember his name, but it was an Ausonian name. I forget if his husband was also Ausonian, but they were in the garment district. He was a very brilliant tailor that John was trolling Asena by telling her that she had to stand perfectly still, or else it would mess up everything. But he was such a brilliant tailor that she didn't actually have to stand perfectly still, and he thought that she was the best person to work with because most people aren't nearly as just statuesque as she was. John gave that gentleman a bust that he had recovered previously. It was an old Ausonian bust from the ancient times, and he left it with them as a gift for their excellent service. I forget who this gentleman's husband was, but I know that they weren't a tailor, but they were something really cool because John was like, I absolutely want to come back and have a discussion with you. And I think it had to do with either books or
he was a bookbinder. We'll find the VOD later. We'll go back and look at it.
Yeah. But they shared a rather impressive drink. They shared an old Ausonian liquor of some kind, and John shared with them elven wine from Perianth. We made a very good impression on them, and they had a very good impression on us. They not only were making Asena's dress and John's tuxedo, but they were also adding really cool like pockets and secret compartments and stuff, so we'd be able to bring a lot of our gear with us and have it hidden amongst our finer accoutrement.
All right. Well, when you return, you get like a hearty embrace, a huge hug, and they're eager to say, and I have never been so drunk with no hangover before in my life. It's impossible. You must tell me where you got that vintage, and you must bring more, but enough talk. Come. Behold. He throws open the doors dramatically, and there's two mannequins, one with each of your clothes on them.
Yes.
And Asena, your dress is formal, but clearly designed with the highest tech fabrics that a tailor in the garment district can get their hands on in order to allow you to still be mobile in it. So you can still do acrobatics, you can still do martial arts, etc., and it won't tear or rip. John, as requested, what does your tux look like? Is it a classic?
So I said tux. I think it's just a 3-piece suit, but it's meant to be in colors that are more like mourning. So it's going to be like he usually wears like a blue suit. So I'm thinking that this is going to be either just a very just black affair, or we're looking at like very dark gray.
Yeah, it's gonna be all black, and it's got hidden compartments as requested.
Perfect.
And they're gonna invite you to their nephew's coming of age party, who you've never met, and it's a huge family affair. Like the whole block is gonna be down there for that. You must come. You simply must come. We'll make the old family recipe. Bring that wine. Now off you go. You have a funeral to attend.
Yes, of course. Thank you very much. We'll see you later.
It's a Go ahead.
Can John try and during the course of like their hug, can John just try to sleight of hand some hair off of the gentleman's head so that way they can keep an eye on him if necessary?
Roll a sleight of hand check.
Yes, please. 17, and John's gonna bust a. Oh, never mind. We're good.
Yeah, 17. Okay. You're not up against a secret agent here. You're up against a really good tailor.
Yeah. Okay, good.
Add a piece of the Ausonian tailor's hair to your inventory, please.
Yes.
Asena, did you have anything else you wanted to do there aside from get fitted, final fitting and such?
No. I'll just tell him that it's very pretty. And my mother is going to be pleased.
Yes. Perfect. I used to do for all of the bodyguards and weightlifters who had to attend formal events. They always come to me for these things. Perfect. Yes. Happy tears, yes? Sad for the death, but also happy because what a beautiful dress.
A celebration of life, indeed.
Yes, and of a beautiful dress.
And especially a beautiful dress.
But especially family. Family matters more. Please be gone now.
Especially family.
Go be with your family. They need you.
And we go to Asena's family.
All right, one moment, please.
As they walk, John puts both of their attires in the bag of holding unless Asena wants to carry her dress.
No.
No, what? No, you want to carry it, or no, you don't want it in the bag?
I don't want to carry it.
Very good. And as they're walking, John's going to make a comment. You know, I'm really so glad that Dadir was able to provide us with this bag. It's definitely useful, although I really miss the case of carrying. This is nice. It feels right to have something just bouncing along my hip, but gosh, do I miss my briefcase.
It's not as good.
I mean, I modified mine with so many. Okay, this is nice, but mine it had so many more pockets. It was so much easier to find things. This, I have to go rummaging around. The other one, it just kind of, if I thought about it, I could just reach my hand to the bag and there it was. Now I have to go rooting around for it.
Oh, yeah, it's going to take some getting used to.
Well, hopefully I'll be able to get my bag back, is what I'm hoping. I mean, I have my bag back. My Krantaka is there. We gotta get my gun back.
Well, where do you think it is?
With the agents of the Coriander Society.
We're going to go shoot him up?
Yeah, actually, once we're done with the funeral, I'll go ahead and I'll try to send them a message and see if I can get in touch with someone. Maybe set up a meeting. Or we can hold off on that and we can try and speak with Indogalad and see if we need any more. How do you feel about an encounter with them now? Do you think we're ready with what we've gotten from Lacunus, or would you like to get a few more items to help supplement what we're missing?
I don't know. That goopy thing was really weird.
It was really weird. But your daggers should be far more useful in helping you take care of it now.
You see Asena just like punching knives in the sky.
Yes. And these blasters, John goes ahead and opens up his coat and reveals the variable element blasters that he had crafted for him. This is going to make it much easier to do battle with those things. They are not going to stand a chance against us now, but it's not really those elemental constructs that I'm really worried about.
What are you worried about?
The agents themselves. Each one of those Coriander agents should be in the same ballpark at the very least as I was when my adventure first began. Which, I mean, you know, I was crafty, but fledgling John would be no match for John and Asena now. But that's if we're assuming that they'd be sending someone of that quality after us. We don't know anything about what the society has been doing outside of Earth. And if they're sending these agents tracking us across the cosmos, I can only assume that they're maybe not our equals, but we don't know much about them, and that's the dangerous thing.
Yeah. You know, setting up a meeting and talking sense to them is way different than shooting them up.
That's true.
You think they're gonna understand you?
Well, Oriel did say they listened to reason. I have to imagine that the host of heaven knows well.
You're right. Also, we can't just shoot them up anymore.
I mean, they're technically still. I work with them technically. I don't know if I've been. Obviously, I'm not on the payroll right now, or if I do, they owe me a lot of back pay. Yeah, actually, I've been busting my ass for like a decade. They owe me a lot of back pay.
Yeah. Maybe they pay you in your stuff.
That's a really good idea. I mean, well, it's my stuff. They shouldn't pay me my own stuff, but that's a good point.
You're right. Well, that's a bonus.
That's right, a bonus. Well, technically the gun was theirs. They gave it to me. But maybe I can exchange 10 years worth of services for that artifact. Maybe they accept that exchange.
You think Krantaka will just come back to you?
I don't see why not. Krontaka and I have been bonded for, I mean, gosh, many, many years, even before I left on this adventure.
Maybe you just have to get close to it and it'll fly to you.
That's a really good point. Maybe it will. I mean, I haven't actually, mate, have I unattuned from Krontaka?
How does unattuning work?
Well, generally, you have to, I think, either during a long rest, you unattune from one weapon and then unattune to a different item. But let me see.
Yeah, see if unattuning can be forced, because if it can be forced, or if it's like after a certain amount of time in absence, then maybe. But otherwise, unless you deliberately attuned to something, nothing would happen.
Let's see here. It says that attuning to a magic item requires you spend an entire short rest concentrating on it. Once you are attuned, you can use magic properties. It can be attuned to only one creature at a time, and it can be attuned to more than 3 at a time, and you can attune yourself only during a short rest. Oh, attunement ends if it's been more than 100 feet away from you for 24 hours, or if you die.
Yes, you are no longer attuned.
Oh.
Feels
and
weird.
then you can voluntarily end it during a short rest.
Mm-hmm.
Mate, what was it like when John lost his attunement to Krontaka?
It was like when you go out and in public and you think you have your phone and you don't. Or like when you see something that reminds you of your friend and you want to tell them your friend about it, but your friend is gone.
That's the worst feeling ever.
Yeah, I know it is.
It's like being in a movie theater and you want to tell somebody this really cool scene and they're not there and they're never going to be there ever again.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
I mean, at least there's not the never going to be there ever again thing, but it feels
John,
similar.
there is.
It's a feeling, but you know. Well, I guess you wouldn't know if Krontaka was gone or not.
Krontaka's been an ever-present, like, I mean, they couldn't speak, but they had that emotional, that empathic connection. Oh man,
That sucks.
it does. I think John's like really hit with that since they've been just going for the first time. They returned to Northport, the place where they were separated, and John just kind of just stands there in the rain once they leave the office. He was walking with Asena, talking for a bit, and then he just stops while they're walking and just kind of looks up at the sky.
Asena will also look at the sky.
Hey, Asena,
Yes.
can I hug you?
Sure. In
And-
the rain?
And not even saying anything, John's just going to embrace her, letting the rain fall upon them.
You missed your gun pretty badly.
It's less about the gun and more so about what it represented.
What did it represent?
John will pull away and sigh. That gun was my friend's. I mean, yeah, it's a tool to be used for defending myself, but I spent years by myself and moving from place to place. And yes, sometimes I'd meet people like you or the Pilgrims or various individuals who I'd come to befriend or help with their problems. But no matter where I was, I always had Krontaka. They were a guiding force for me for a long time. Generally, they want me to dispatch fiends and fae, so most of the time, whenever I was interacting with the terrible infernal powers that I spent a lot of time engaging with, they weren't pleased, but we had an understanding. Krontaka gave me the space I needed in order to survive, and they could have been far more petulant or insistent than they were. I know that deep down Krontaka cared for my safety, and even though they could have removed their powers and their abilities from me if I disobeyed their their will. Grantaka never challenged me, never tried to take me over and force me to dispatch their enemies. They accepted that I was doing the best that I could. They never judged me.
Well, I judge you a lot, so
Yes, you do. And I appreciate it. It's nice to have someone to hold you accountable. It was just nice to always have someone that I know I could depend on, too.
we can get it back.
We will. I know we will.
Easy.
Well, enough of this. John's going to put a hand on Asena's shoulder. Let's go see your dead grandpa. Maybe grandpa.
Okay.
Would you like to
Right.
fly there?
Everyone?
What are you doing with the dog?
What, can't he, like, hang out in the front?
It's your call. I'm not telling you what you can or can't do. I'm asking what you are doing.
We're gonna take him with us for now.
Mm-hmm. All right. And Charlie is staying back to clean up the place.
Where is the funeral anyway?
The funeral is going to be held at the cemetery, the Old Town Cemetery.
Oh, we're pretty close to that, aren't we?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess it's this up here. I guess we're across town.
It's not that difficult to make happen. All right. When you arrive, well, are you flying there first off?
I will fly unless Asena says otherwise, or if we see the cabbie that we always seem to get in Northport.
You see a cab pull around the corner, and the light immediately turns off.
Yes,
So
we
it's
go.
going faster.
Nope. We go. How close are we to this cab?
Close enough to interpose if you want to.
John's going to send the cabbie a message.
Stop now, or things get worse.
Click. Stops. There's a little splash because there's water in the gutter, and the car just sits there.
Hey, we found our ride. Let's go.
Oh, okay.
Hey, if it is my favorite fair in Northport. No dogs. No. Okay. What do you feed that one?
Everything. Drive, please.
Mortal flesh.
He's got a weird bark, that one.
It's totally normal.
The cabbie does
Chester
not speak
puts a
Draconic.
paw up on the dog's snout.
Everyone else is just this small purple and pink cat and this enormous white dog with weird vibes.
With weird vibes.
And he'll drive you through the rain up to the cemetery.
Yes.
By the time you arrive, this is an enormous event. Aloysius Carrington was very well connected, a very wealthy member of the community. So there are a lot of cars present, a lot of black, funeral cars, a lot of police there to maintain traffic and such. It's not a small thing. It's actually a pretty big crowd. And the cabbie will go ahead and drop you off, and you can proceed into the funeral.
And we're leaving Chester back at the hotel. He's going to clean up the shop.
Charlie, right?
I meant Charlie. Yeah,
All good.
that one.
All good.
You're gonna leave Chester.
Yeah, Chester, you clean up all the mess that we absolutely left.
Wow.
Oh my god, I thought those were ninjas surrounding the mayor.
The mayor's in
Oh
jeopardy.
my god! Gaston's here. What?
I feel like Gaston would be here.
No, I love it.
It makes sense, right?
Absolutely.
with Edelvina not dressed as the white ghost, but just dressed impeccably with this sort of black mesh hat thing and a dress that's probably cut a little bit too low for a funeral, but she's got a shawl over. It's for the rain. It's not for appearances.
Yeah.
The mayor is here, and this is not his only escort. He's got more police and private bodyguards and such. And I'm not putting all the various aristocrats onto the map. Let's just assume that this is a big deal and there's a lot of people here.
Yeah.
The
These are just
Donahues,
the important people we know about.
the named characters, exactly. The Donahues are up front. Gaston's in the back here with Edelvina. Nancy Rain is here. Chester Morton and Ian Fletcher, the famous adventurer. Kelly's here. He was up with your mom until recently. He sort of hung back because it's really awkward because this is a huge funeral for somebody he's never met and has no idea who they are.
Does he look different as he settled in?
I mean, it hasn't been that long, but he definitely has been dressed up for sure. He's not wearing it well yet. It looks good on him, but he's not. It feels weird to him.
Yeah, not comfortable.
Gaston obviously is. Oh,
Is there
good,
a
you made
place
it.
I can tie up the dog?
Gaston, watch this. John's gonna cast magic to make himself look just like Gaston for a moment. Yes, exactly.
You're a wizard, but I thought that
Yeah.
you didn't.
It's complicated. We can explain in detail later, but
We're gonna talk about this.
yeah, we are absolutely. I have something for you, not now, but special order. It's gonna be great. You're gonna love it. It's from Lacunus.
Let's catch up afterwards. My place. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Wound, steak.
Hey, mate, can you give us control of the dragon?
I need to make a separate token for the drag. No, not yet. Your control is not adequate, aka I haven't made a separate token and character sheet for it yet.
Okay.
Okay.
Have we missed anything?
I don't think so. But I will make you roll perception checks in a moment.
Mate, you sound kind of far away.
Do I
Yeah.
still sound far away?
I don't know if it's
Yeah.
a voice mod you're using or if it's just a connection
I'm
thing.
not using any voice mods. Somewhere
It sounds like
over-
my ears are plugged, if that makes sense. You know, that kind of, when you hear things all kind of
Very-
distorted.
Huh. How about now? Any
It's better. Not really. It's fine, though. It's not bad. It's just different.
All right. Well, it's gonna mess up the vibe. Unacceptable.
You just sound sort of underwater.
Maybe it's just the rain. Yeah, maybe it's just the rain. Maybe the
It
rain
could be the
makes
rain
it
sound
sound
effect. Let me turn off the rain.
underwater.
Ring goes
I
on,
mean, I like
ring
the
goes
rain.
off. Ring goes on, ring goes off.
It's
the
totally the rain.
Yeah.
It was that loud? Okay. The rain is
It
I
messing.
like it, though.
The rain in
Weird.
Northport is messing up my signal.
That makes sense.
God, I love that rain effect. It looks so good.
Right? The funeral is going to take about an hour. The Carringtons. Wait a minute. Okay, yeah. The Carringtons and Opal Donahue are up at the front. And upon seeing you arrive, Jasmine is going to reach and gesture for you to come up and join the family, Asena.
Does John get the sense he should hang back?
Yeah, this is being directed at Asena.
Okay.
She does one of those quiet at the event, I'm glad you're here's, waves and says at John, but only gestures for Asena to come up and join.
John nods and smiles, but kind of doesn't grab, but like holds Asena's hand like by the wrist. Do you want to watch the dog or should I?
I'll give John the leash. I assume it's on a leash. And then walk forward.
John puts the dog between Chester and himself.
We wonder what you taste like, human.
John is going to activate Frightful Presence again, just specifically at the baby dragon.
All right.
Probably
Jasmine-
about as good as you.
In Draconic.
Understandable, have a nice day.
Jasmine takes a lot of strength and comfort from your presence, Asena, because very few people here know the truth about your grandfather, your maybe grandfather, what he was up to when he died. There are speeches and such celebrating him as an old member of the community with deep roots in Northport, how he was a hero in the last great war, just all sorts of, talking this man up, never speak ill of the dead, talking about all the business investments that he made and the bridges and infrastructure that he built overseas. And he was an eternal student and always curious and a great reader. And he left, even though his family was racked with tragedy, those who stand before us today are pillars of the Northport community. Sobs from your mother. Overall, it's a bizarre, empty experience because even though everyone here is mourning somebody different, the actual family knows that they're mourning someone who sold them out his country for a shot at immortality, who died a traitor, who in some way sent his own family to their deaths down in the Zolkian jungles, spared only by the fact that he wasn't there. Everyone else sees somebody different, and that contrast, combined with the fact that there is no body in the coffin. It's not uncommon when you're in a Zeppelin explosion, after all. It's not like they can go out there and find the specific one. The funeral seems empty. The coffin is empty. Perhaps it brings some measure of catharsis to the family to at least be able to weep bitter tears with each other. But it feels like they are the only people in whom they can take comfort, knowing that their own father-in-law, grandfather, etc., lived and died a hollow life. That being said, they lower the stone coffin down into the ground. There's a beautiful, mausoleum-style monument, very expensive, being set up. And they lower the empty coffin down. It's loaded with bricks to give it that appropriate sense of weight. Say some prayers over it, and then everyone starts to disperse. And there's not going to be there's going to be a formal reception. I guess you can't really get away with this without holding a formal reception of some kind. It's going to be held in Old Park, or Old Town. There's a event center down there, very hoity-toity sort of place for it. But as people are trickling out, I would like each of you to roll a perception check, please. 20 from John Carmichael.
Dirty 20. Mm-hmm.
And a 23. Pods, you're the first person to notice this sense of being watched. From over your shoulder, glancing back and forth. And it's shortly after you see a umbrella all the way at the back of the cemetery, watching from a distance. And a figure as tall and sharp as a blade, whose very presence seems to cut through the rain, as if it dares not fall upon him, even though he's holding up a shield against it. Shortly after, John also sights General Segomo standing in the back.
Shit.
The funeral is dispersing. There's some music being played. The mayor is he's going to come up to shake hands with Jasmine and the whole family and offer his condolences. Perfectly smooth, bald head. Someone else is carrying an umbrella for him. Bow tie, impeccably groomed mustache, huge furry brows on him. But he's going around, shaking hands, doing his propers. And people are starting to file into their cars. And the general just stands there. And as the two of you notice his presence, he inclines his head to you ever so slightly. At that exact moment, Jasmine picks to scoop Asena up into a hug and say, "Darling, we'll see you at the reception, yes, in a few minutes?"
Yeah, I will meet you there.
You sure you don't want to ride?
I'm sure we'll be fine.
Hmm.
It's not far, is it?
No. I just, I don't want you to have to be out in this horrible weather. I have my town car and just, I'll see you there. And she'll give you a kiss on the cheek and head off with Opal and Philip into a limousine. Big old fancy car has been, I don't know if they had limousines back there, but a big old fancy car. Pull in and they pull out.
It's Northport. They totally have limousines.
Whatever the 1930s equivalent of a
I think
limo
we've
is.
looked at.
It's a
looked at that
Rolls
before.
Royce.
Have we looked that one up before?
I think so.
Oh, man. What will the two of you do in the meantime? Mr. Dodson is going to pile into his car with his police escort, sort of hastily making his way through the rain.
Can we do something about that before he goes?
Certainly. What do you want to do?
Well, John, when you mentioned Segumo, John would have sent Asena a message once she wasn't occupied and just make sure that we're both aware that we have eyes on him.
Mm-hmm.
And seeing that she's saying her goodbyes to her family. Before, when Dodson looks like they're about to make their way to leave,
Mm-hmm.
John's going to send him a message, whispering to him. Mr. Dodson, things are looking good for you. Your son has been taken care of. I'd like to meet with you sometime soon to discuss your future plans for Northport without his intervention.
Roll an insight check, please.
Insight, natural 20 for a 32.
Holy crap. All right. He freezes,
Wow.
twitches almost like he has a nervous tick when the message arrives. And then immediately calms himself down. And his eyes are sweeping left and right. And he starts hurrying towards his car. Trying to play it off, like not act like, let's get out of this. This weather's wretched, isn't it? Let's go ahead and make our way there right away. And he doesn't respond.
John will say another message.
That
Go ahead.
In the business, we refer to that as panicking terror.
Yeah. John's going to send another message. Raise your hand to shield your eyes if you understand what I'm saying. You're going to receive a message from your office very soon. It's going to be signed. What would be a good signature? He's not saying this. Let me see. What's a good signature? Oh. It's going to be signed with the insignia of a black dragon. That's it.
Right. He still doesn't respond. Gets in his car and drives off, barring anything else.
John is going to, when he looks up, shielding his eyes, John's going to do a minor illusion and do the insignia of the black dragon, but make it look like it's warping and about to attack him and then disappear.
Okay. He
Just adding theatrics to the whole thing.
practically leaps into the car. Ian Fletcher takes off in his nice ride. Chester Morton takes off in her beat up old ride. Kelly's going along in the town car. Nancy Rain is she has her police car. She's in her police uniform, so she's sort of an unofficial attaché. Gaston and Etelvina are not planning on making it to the reception. We're just here to pay our honors and get back to work. We have things to attend to.
Well, thanks for being here.
Good to see you. Hey, ring me up, Wound. I want to hear all about Lacunus and whatever you brought back for me.
Yes, absolutely. We'll do that. Good to see you, Gaston. And you as well, Edelvina.
Drop by the house sometime, you two. Would love to talk.
Hey, John's going to kind of put a hand on Gaston's shoulder. I know we don't run in the same circles intimately anymore, but I want to make sure that you're aware
3
of it.
days.
I know, but this is why this is so important. Do you remember that group I told you that I used to work for back on Earth?
Yeah.
They're here in Northport. They tracked me down, and the other day they almost kidnapped Asena and I, only because she did her
Oh, damn.
Astro What's-It stuff. Was she able to keep us from getting captured? But we lost almost all of our gear. And we've been...
When you say lost almost all your gear, what do you mean?
I mean, like the pieces of the flesh of Kor. My gun, the case, everything. They took
You
it
lost
all.
your gun?
Yes.
Ay.
But they're still... I don't know if they're looking for me here in Northport, but they've been tracking me down. And as far as I understand it, they think that I'm trying to bring back Kor. They don't understand that I've been trying to hide these pieces from things that would seek to get them. They think that I'm planting them for elder evils to attack various worlds across the multiverse.
And let me guess, they didn't give you a chance to talk about it.
Exactly.
Okay, well, I guess I'll double the defenses on the lab again.
If you have anything that you... Gaston, you wouldn't happen to be aware of a compound, and John's going to go ahead and describe those liquid metal constructs that they... Not constructs, those liquid metal beings they came across. If you think you have any way of tracking something like that, that would be incredibly useful.
You don't have a sample of them, do you?
I wish I did.
Damn.
Actually, hey, Asena. Oh, she's not here right now. Mate, question. If I know Asena got like messed up by those things, they like surrounded her and all that, would she have been able to like during her struggle bite a piece of it off and has been like holding on to it?
Would you like to use a flashback?
Oh, is that flashback not going to be used for a portal? Okay. Well, then, yes, I would absolutely like to use a flashback.
Okay.
Or if John would have taken a piece of it when he was during his struggle, either way.
Either way, it flashes back in that sort of black and white flashback-o vision that you sometimes see in film and television and such. It gives you that sort of gray out moment, and it flashes back to that previous fight. And we see which one of you two.
I think it makes more sense if it was Asena.
Okay.
Asena, we're saying that John is using our flashback to say that during the struggle when you were fighting against the liquid metal being that was capturing us, you weren't going down without a fight and you bit a piece of it off. And when we ended up in like the astral, you passed John a sample of it that you ended up biting off of it. Since you know John likes
the creature?
Off of the creature, yeah.
Okay.
And so looking back on that
Could
flashback
I have
of
ate
you,
it and then I threw it up?
Yeah.
okay.
Like,
there you go.
it was- while you were flying through astral space looking for Rocco, you just sort of no, because it doesn't time. Yeah, so it's like after you go through the portal and arrive on Lacunus, you're in the dropship being transported, and you just sort of this liquid metal. But you immediately collected it.
Yeah, John's like, I collect everything. So he scoops it up and then he's going to pass the sample off to Gaston. Actually, it just so happens that Asena was able to recover this piece during her encounter.
Okay. Give me some time. I'll run some tests and see what I can figure out with this thing.
I can let you know, and John's going to drop what he knows of its immunities and resistances to elemental and piercing, slashing, all that stuff.
Mm-hmm. Like a nanite thing or a magic construct or some of both. Swirl, swirl, swirl. Edelvina says, you two always bring the nicest presents.
We'll definitely drop by as soon as we can. Thank you both.
He gives you a smile and a graceful ninja bow, and Gaston will tip his hat, and they will head off. Not towards a car, just sort of off.
Interesting. Well, Asena, that only leaves him. Is Segumo still here?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, great.
Yeah, why is he here?
I don't know. But I think we need to find out.
Can I stroll up to him?
Absolutely. Strutting is a free action.
Is anyone with him, mate, or is it just
He's
Sakumo?
alone.
Oh, great.
I don't know who you are, but I know you weren't invited.
My condolences about your grandfather. The entire city is sorry for your loss. He nods at John without saying anything immediately. He's just going to stand there in the rain.
What are you doing?
I came out to pay my respects to an important member of Northport Society. And to see if John here has made any progress on my proposal.
What proposal?
While Asena and General Sagumo were talking, John's going to cast Detect Thoughts to see if there's any other creatures in the area.
Mm-hmm. You are not detecting any other creatures in the area. You are also not detecting any of General Sagumo's thoughts.
As in, like, it's being blocked?
Mm-hmm.
That's just surface thoughts. Is John being blocked from being able to read his mind at all?
Yes.
Interesting. How are you? Oh, go ahead.
I like to keep apprised of things going on of a strategic bent. I'm led to understand that the two of you have a new problem.
Problem? We don't have problems.
We've always got problems, General Sagumo. What could you be referring to?
We don't have problems, or we do have problems. They cancel each other out.
Exactly. We have problems, nothing we can't solve on our own, though.
Maybe I'm here to help balance the equation. I understand you've lost something of personal importance recently.
Yeah, my grandfather.
My condolences.
What are you getting at, General Sagumo?
This is a national security incident. There are agents of a foreign power operating on Commonwealth soil. Obviously, this falls under my purview. I'd like to offer you my assistance in dealing with it.
How can you be of help?
I have access to the intelligence apparatus of the Commonwealth military, as well as other resources. I'd be happy to assist with tracking down and apprehending those responsible for this attack, this assault, and theft of personal property.
And this is one leader of government helping just a citizen of the Commonwealth, or is this, an exchange of some kind?
You assisting me as good citizens of the Commonwealth, doing your part against agents of a foreign power, assisting in an investigation. I don't think that'll be necessary, but it would be your patriotic duty. And of course, anything that was stolen would be returned.
I take it you already have people on the ground looking into this.
He nods.
And you're aware of the attack that happened in the tunnels beneath Department 9.
I've been apprised by the department.
John looks to Asena.
I don't understand your face.
Well, I was hoping you'd. Yeah.
I swear that was not on purpose.
It's all in character.
Asena's
It's all in
gonna
character. It's all
open
deliberate.
a psychic link. Maybe we can get Gaston to like make some sort of like device that like buzzes or something.
Like when he shows up.
No, when you want to talk to me psychically.
Oh, yeah, that's a pretty good idea. I just kind of figured if we're in a big conversation and I look at you, it usually means I want to say something, but I don't want to let them know that I'm saying. I mean, they probably get it now because this is taking a while. Look, do you want to?
Sometimes I zone out. Okay. What are we? You want to know if you want to team up with this guy that you've been worried about this whole time?
I mean, he's not a friend, but he's not an adversary yet. He stuck it out when he could have. Well, he could have fought with Senepulgar. Instead, he chose to remain a third party.
He's really creepy.
Stormcrow is an agent of war, is literally the agent of war. Conflict is their nourishment. But they want to see to the not safety, no. They want to safeguard the interests of the Commonwealth, that being the top dog of this war. I'm not saying that we can trust him, but I think we can trust that he wants the society gone as much as we don't want the society to just kidnap us again. Having more boots on the ground and ears on the street would be helpful, and having access to the information network and working directly with Department 9 would be good.
So we don't have to fight those globs again?
Well, I hope not, but I'm thinking that if we can work with the Commonwealth, it'll be approved by General Sagomo, but we'd be working likely with Hank McCarthy, who has proven himself a friend in the past.
Meh. If you think it's a good idea.
I think something is better than nothing, and I think this is a definite something.
Well, you just gotta make sure he doesn't turn on us later.
Oh, I definitely can't guarantee that, and he most assuredly will as soon as it serves him, but I think we can handle it.
Alrighty.
Thank you, Asena. General Sagumo, you will have our cooperation. Would you like us to head to Department 9 directly?
The location's been compromised. No, I'd like to see if you've had a chance to speak on my behalf to your friend Gaston yet.
We actually were going to go to the reception and then meet with Gaston afterwards. Unfortunately, we've been away. The attack, we haven't been able to speak with Gaston since the last time you and I talked. This is the first time I've seen him.
And what about the other parameters of our potential agreements?
Let's say it's in flux, but not entirely off the table. There's been some complications. I don't think Gaston's going to go for your idea, but I will ask.
And if he doesn't?
Well, if there's nothing else that I can offer you, then I'm not going to try to force your hand on this, Stormcrow.
Perhaps an alternative arrangement can be agreed upon. He's going to reach into his coat pocket and pull out a card. It's completely blank with a phone, except for a single phone number on it. This is a secure line. Once you've had a chance to intercede on my behalf with our mutual brilliant friend, and you're ready to talk about your other friends, give me a call. I'll be waiting.
John will take the card. He has Mage Hand now, so he can pluck it from afar.
Okay. He just sort of lets go as it whooshes up into the air, nonplussed.
Yeah. Thank you. And we appreciate you showing your respects to the dearly departed.
Of course. Aloysius's work was extremely important. How unfortunate that he was not able to carry it out. We'll see what remains of his legacy.
And General Segumo, have there been any lingering effects since Son of Volker's defeat? I know that some things changed between you and your previous group, but have you felt a fundamental change in your connection to this place?
I feel, John, like war is coming. And he turns and starts to walk off with a slight smile into the rain.
Oh, goody.
He is so creepy.
I think it's kind of hot. I'm a big fan of General Segumo. This is Matt, not John. You haven't seen his old artwork in the Before Times. His Before Times artwork was pretty cool.
I'll make sure you have the Before Times art. Back when it was a personal campaign, we just grab stuff. Okay.
Gnomes used to just grab pictures and build a character completely off of just the aesthetic of a picture.
Yeah, this art is neat. I will now make them into a person. Half my characters came from that.
Yeah.
All right. Do you have any further business at the cemetery?
Well, technically, this isn't Aloysius's grave dirt, right? Because he wasn't actually buried here.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's unfortunate. I didn't know if
I'm
the
not gonna-
ritual would carry meaning.
Probably not. I get perception checks from both of you again.
Oh no.
Oh, goody. Don't believe his lies. He's just asking for S
He's
and
like,
G's.
it has stopped raining.
You
Oh, hey, what do you know?
both have an 18. You both hear a thunk. Thunk.
Oh no.
Scratch. Scratch, scratch.
From where?
Thunk.
From
Down.
here? From here?
No, actually from here.
Also, mate, is this still a hole to the Undercity?
Yeah, it's been cordoned off, but it was like just a few graves over during the funeral.
Oh, goodness. And is Foster Talon buried somewhere around here?
Mm-hmm.
Great. Oh, goodness.
Thunk, thunk. Scratch, scratch, scratch.
Asena,
You think
Something-
he's dead? Or you think it's alive?
I think it's both. I think it's undead. But why should the dead be returning? We were able to stop Atropus from coming here.
Can I try to speak to it psychically first?
Yes.
Do you need help getting out of there? Okay, yeah, it's definitely dead.
Is General Segumo still here?
Nope, he's gone.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna put my crown on and try to talk to it.
John steps up to the plate while Asena does this, takes out his variable element blasters, and is going to read, who is this the grave of? As he readies to shoot whatever the hell comes out of there.
John Doom.
What?
Sorry. I should have expected you to ask that, but it didn't click for some reason.
John Doom. I love it.
It's spelled Deum though.
I knew you were going to say that too. It's pronounced Dumas.
All right, so you're gonna put on the crown and then
Yeah.
psychically communicate.
Yeah. Hello? Do you need help? Yeah, that was such a good try. I got about half of that.
Yeah, Matt got like a
wanna-
quarter of that.
Okay. What's an appropriate scary voice that I can use? It won't be as bad.
It was really good. It's just the water was a bit much on the.
Yeah.
The sloshiness. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's only so much.
Can you understand a single word that I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh, that's much better.
Okay, great, perfect. Zombie instead of living dead. Behold the death of your world. There, cresting the horizon. Yes, that faint body is he, and he comes for me, for us all. Rejoice, for the end is near, and all life, all pain, all suffering shall be silenced in the perfect eternity of undeath.
Damn it.
Hey, while I have you, do you mind letting me know his name or what you're talking about?
Atropos.
Yeah.
Okay. I just wanted to confirm, we're talking about the same guy. I thought we were. Okay. Anyway, do you want to stay in here?
Behold the death of your world.
So on and so forth.
Okay. I don't think he wants to tell me more.
Hey,
All right.
Asena, what's going on?
You'll see her take the crown off, put it away. All that same business as per usual. Atropos is gonna come, destroy our world.
I thought we dealt with that. We
That's
were able
what
to.
I said.
Oh gosh! Wait a minute. Shit.
What?
We didn't take the piece of flesh of core from the tomb, did we? Son of a.
Are you telling me we went all the way down there? We didn't take it.
Rausamon didn't have it, and neither did Senethulker. It was in Talikalel's tomb, the Jaguar King.
Oh,
Ah, that's right.
we can go back there. Didn't you
Yeah,
want to go back there?
we have to go back. We literally have to go back there. This place
You
is
wanted
not.
to like pillage all of the items there so you could get a cool crown like mine.
Yes, that's. Well, I mean, technically, we already. Yes, exactly. That's right. We do need to go back to Senevulker's tomb and excavate it. And you know what? We need to go talk to Gaston. We need to make a trip out to the Joe Queen's uncles, like, now.
Well, we have a party.
We'll go to the party and.
I think it's not working, is it? Is it working yet? No? Maybe.
Yes.
You sound kind of like me when I do the intro for the Dragoon at the moment. Okay, cool. John's gonna contact Gaston. Hey, we need you to go to that party, my guy. There's been more updates, and we need to leave Northport soon.
Are you sure this isn't like a wound sort of thing? Like a... I mean, I'm already getting, just...
Atropos hasn't been averted. We still have a piece of the flesh of core on this planet. We have to get rid of it.
What?
Yeah.
Gaston, come back to bed! Okay. Oh, shut up. All right, just... minutes, all right? Just.
No, wait. Take your time. Take your time.
Click. I can't actually make that choice for him, but I thought it'd be really fucking funny.
It's really effing funny, and no, inspiration overruled. It happened.
I mean, we could make it to where Edelvina's just trolling him on the phone.
100%. That's Beatdown's call, is if she's trolling him because she would or not.
Absolutely.
Well,
Asena, we can't leave this here. We need to. Hey, find out if your dragon friend. Hey, and John's gonna speak in Draconic. You want to eat? You hungry?
I really need to add this one to my quick bar.
Yeah, you do.
Yes, more is food. Where? Here.
The dragon looks at both of you.
John indicates
Here,
the
go.
scratching.
Go stand over there at the top of the tomb and I'll let him out. And then you attack him. Okay? This is a test. We want to see how good you are at this.
The dog, the completely normal and ordinary dog, let's see.
Asena's going to put her crown back on.
The completely normal dog is going to stand on top of the grave, and a ray of like thermonuclear fire, Godzilla style, erupts from its face. Everyone else sees this dog going.
I just imagine like the groundskeeper like is like rolling through here and like sees us like huddled around this grave, and they look over and we've got like guns drawn. This dog just exploded the top of the freaking grave and starts devouring the body within, and we're just like,
The gravekeeper looks over at you with a shovel, like was in the middle of filling a hole, right? Just looks over at the two of you, reaches down into the grave he's digging, pulls up a bottle of moonshine, and just walks off.
John
Still chugging
messaged
the thing.
Don't come this way.
The after starting the hole with its stellar breath, Dargan then jumps down and like starts clawing in.
Behold the death of
Crunching bones and sinews and rotten meat and splintering wood from the coffin, and you see the dog's tail just.
Get back in the Jeep. It's a dragon. Did
Awesome.
you like that?
I can't tell if you're like physically hungry or like void hungry.
Yeah, are you like just stress eating right now or what?
This place very stressful, noisy, smelly, corporeal, Euclidean, three-dimensional.
You can eat more dimensions?
Yes.
Oh. Well,
It
can you
probably
eat?
can literally eat dimensions.
What?
Have you tried words? Do you know how to eat words? Okay, well, maybe we'll try that later.
More food.
Hey, mate.
Mm-hmm.
John's gonna cast Locate Creature.
What are you locating?
Undead. Within 1,000 feet of us. The next hour.
It is a number greater than 0, but less than 20.
Okay, well, I can sense the direction of these creatures and no pinpointed, so I think we should spend the next like little bit of time we just go around to all the graves and just one by one let let Dargan devour all the undead in this.
Okay, is that
cemetery.
what you want to do?
That's what I'm going to suggest to Asena, because I let her know there's at least a dozen or more undead here.
Can you call Gaston and ask him to shut the cameras off if you can?
It's the 1930s. There are no cameras.
Okay, there's no cameras.
There are guards, though.
Guards are fine.
Yeah, we shut the guards up.
All right. Roll stealth, intimidation, and one other check between the two
Here,
of you.
If you oh yeah, that's fine. We can. I mean, I can just cast Major Image, and
You can just cast Major Image to hide the Feast of Sorrows that's going on right now.
John's just gonna hide the Feast of Sorrows.
Wait, can I just make an announcement to everyone?
Yeah.
What's your announcement?
To the undead.
Sure. What's your announcement?
Hey everyone, we are here to help you escape so that way you could take over this world. So if you could just be patient, we're gonna go one by one and let you all out.
Roll a deception check, please.
Okay.
Oh my god.
You have advantage on these because of the crown.
Oh my
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh my goodness.
The voice of Atropus. The voice of Atropus. The aspect is upon us. I thought the aspect was headless.
The aspect was headless.
I don't get out much. I don't know these things. Our time has come.
And one
No,
by
the
they,
aspect is head empty.
they patiently wait as you excavate and then like they just wait and then I live and they just see this dragon.
Oh gosh.
Now,
Welcome to the void.
Zombies normally have that thing where like if you hit them, they may not die. But this dragon's breath weapon does radiant.
There you go.
Not only have you purged the undead, you have also gained more loyalty with your new dragon for letting it feast upon the undead.
Oh, that's great.
Yes. Dargan liked that.
Its breath now smells of rotten flesh.
Or does its minty fresh voidness completely eliminate any scent, good or
it
bad?
has like so it smells bad and then sort of burps and it's just like starfire, thermonuclear, and is purged.
Yes, purge the
Cleansing
smell.
fire.
I cannot smell bad, and neither can I smell good. I do not smell.
All right. Well, what's your next port of call?
Well, we're hungry, so we're going to go to the party.
All right.
And we'll see a disheveled Gaston there. Having just tucked his shirt back in. Maybe.
Do you have any idea how pissed Vector is? Thought he was going to have the rest of the afternoon off. I owe him a favor now.
I mean, if he, doesn't want his world destroyed by a vast alien civilization, then, yeah. I
He
guess
does
you would owe
not
him a
want this
favor.
world destroyed by a vast alien civilization. That's true.
Well, then it sounds like you're doing him a favor. So why don't we just call it a wash?
Yeah, okay, that's fine.
And John and Asena, I'm assuming, are going to kind of catch Gaston up on where we need to go, what we have to do.
Mm-hmm. And are you asking Gaston to go with you or to give you a ride? What's the thing here?
We need a ride for sure.
All right. Well,
because I don't know of there was no teleportation circle back there, right?
Correct. I don't want to bring Gaston on the mission unless Beatdown is down to go for another outing, which I don't know if that's going to be the case or not. But for sure, he, and by he I mean Vector, can give you a ride. You can also,
I think,
ask the Carringtons to charter a plane. Also an option.
Oh, that's true. I was thinking that we would at least catch him up on it, because what we were wanting to do was excavate the Sentinel's tomb. So,
but this piece of the flesh, it's not in the tomb, right? It's in the sunken circle of Tlakel.
Well, we have to go there, but I mean, while we're out there, we might as well, there's artifacts from the tomb we can collect.
Okay, yeah, no,
Might as well double dip.
Yeah, that's true. That's fair. All right, let me.
So we
make
can.
some
I mean, the
calls.
Carringtons are there too. We can also talk
Mhm.
to the Carringtons about. I kind of feel like it would be to me, the lightning bug probably has far better, unearthing technology because it's a
Mhm.
space age ship versus like a plane.
It's more of a prototype. It doesn't have like a big mining laser attached to it or anything like that. It's fast for sure.
Oh,
But like if you want to actually haul a mining rig or excavating heavy equipment, normally you'd need, a boat to haul that something of that caliber in.
John like just points to Asena.
Or an Asena. That also works.
I'm not a boat.
No, you're a rock.
John, while they're here, I think we should talk to the Carringtons about chartering a plane. We should get lightning bug help because I think the lightning bug's faster than a plane, isn't it?
It is.
So I mean, we could, go scout the area out first and get to the tomb. I mean, I feel like if we leave in the lightning bug, we can get to the tomb, and by the time the plane gets out to the site, we'd be done with the tomb.
Remember, a 1930s era plane can't haul heavy mining equipment in this era without a high tech.
Well, we're not looking for heavy mining equipment. We're just looking for a transport ship.
To get what for? If you're bringing yourselves out with to haul stuff out.
Yeah, just to haul stuff out.
Oh well, then you could use a boat or the train.
But then how are we going to get the stuff from? I guess I have a bag of holding. Never mind. Yeah, it should be fine.
Well, what they would normally do for an expedition like that is they would send trucks as far into the jungle as they can to bring the stuff to.
Oh, and then to the train,
the port or the train for the long term.
I see. Okay.
Now, if you bring this up with, say, Philip Carrington, he'll be quick to point out that the contents of the Tomb of Senapulchre are obviously up for grabs, but the Sunken Circle of Tlakelel, that is a historical monument of the Zolkian people. So
yeah, we're not raiding Tlakelel. We're taking something that I put there a long time ago.
Got it. All right. Then it's your call if you want to involve the government or not. Just try to keep it small if you're not going to.
Yeah. And John's going to send a sending spell to Hara.
Mhm.
And it's going to be a very brief missive about could use your help. Asena has a dragon. I got my magic back. We should talk soon. Do you still have your magic?
Swing by the school. Yes. I'm fine. Congratulations.
Do you think she was talking about your magic or the dragon?
Yes.
The funeral, there's a huge like oil painting that's been commissioned of Aloysius in an ornate golden frame surrounded by flowers. There's all sorts of like people have brought tons and tons of flowers. Think of a very stodgy like country club style venue for a wedding reception, something along those lines. There's classical music playing. Everyone's dressed to the nines. It's not like a huge wake vibe. It's very much a more somber, formal party. Lots of cocktail conversation. There's some wine that's been brought out, plates of hors d'oeuvres and such. So the eating is definitely good, but it's a subdued atmosphere. And it's difficult to get any time with Jasmine because she's surrounded by people wishing her well and talking with her about the old times and stuff. Philip is even pretty swamped, though he can get away for just a little bit.
What about Opal?
Opal? Opal's a busy socialite, but she's not her grandpa, so she can get away.
More approachable. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Did you have anything specific that you wanted to bring up? All these people will be accessible later.
Yeah. No. I mean, we can hang out. We're just going over logistics. That's all.
Okay. All right. As you're making your way through the party, grabbing hors d'oeuvres from waiters and wait staff and such, John, you see past the bar, there's this is an old venue. The walls of the outside are all brick and they're covered with ivy, sort of a little bit almost crumbling. and one of the glass French style doors of the venue opens up to a wall, because it's like a back up against the wall, and there's a path that goes in either direction. It looks nice, but it's mostly used by utility workers and such. You look past it as you're searching for Opal. It doesn't really catch your eye. And then you look again. And now there's somebody standing there. She makes direct eye contact with you, dressed for the occasion, funeral garments, all that stuff. A little glass of wine in her hand, although I don't know if she's old enough to drink it. And around her neck glistens a red stone on a chain. And her free hand is just rolling it between her fingers as she tilts her head and looks over at you in this really lazy. And then somebody walks past her, in front of her, and she's gone. And obviously, that's where we're ending the episode. So we will see everybody next time on Coriander Society Adventures. Find out how our heroes will stop Atropos again, how they'll round up the Flesh of Kur, how they'll get all their gear back, and where our adventure will take us from here. Thank you for joining us.